What if the secret to staying young is never staying still? Picture a soul so untethered that time itself struggles to keep pace, always a step ahead, chasing horizons with the wide eyed wonder of a child meeting the world for the first time. This isn't about restless wandering or running from the weight of reality. It's about embracing life's endless dance, where every turn unveils a new possibility, a fresh breath of something alive. The laughter that rings like wind chimes in an open field. The stride that carries the lightness of someone who knows the path never truly ends. The presence that fills a space, not with force, but with the promise of uncharted skies. Isn't about escaping the past or fearing the quiet. It's about a rare gift, the ability to remain eternally curious, no matter how many miles have been walked, no matter how many sunsets have painted the sky. It's a gentle rebellion, not against time, but against the cages that settle in when life's routines grow heavy. And no zodiac sign embodies this boundless spirit quite like Sagittarius. There's an expansiveness in their aura that pulls you in, like standing at the edge of a vast plain under a boundless blue sky. It's not in the places they've roamed or the stories they weave, though those alone could spark 1,000 dreams. It's in the energy and unwavering optimism that doesn't dim with age, but stretches further like a river finding new bends to explore. Some choose to shrink their world as the years pile on, clinging to familiar trails to avoid the sting of the unknown. They believe safety lies in the known, that predictability guards against disappointment. But in doing so, they trade away the thrill, the wonder, the pulse of discovery. Sagittarius refuses that bargain. They'll embrace it all, the rush of unexpected joys, the twists of paths untaken, the highs that lift the heart, and the dips that teach it strength. Their soul has learned that life's truest colors shine in its unpredictability, and to shy away from that is to mute the very song of existence. They move with a current that doesn't surge and vanish, but flows steadily onward, like a breeze that carries you without demanding you notice. It's not a gust that shouts for attention, but a quiet lift that invites you to soar. Every detour, every surprise doesn't anchor them, it sets them free. To Sagittarius, each unexpected turn is not a barrier, but an invitation to a wider view, a chance to see the world anew. Life may shift the ground beneath their feet, but in return it offers treasures, adaptability, wisdom, the freedom to pivot without clinging to what was. This current keeps their spirit buoyant, light, and alive long after others have let theirs grow heavy with the weight of repetition. Their laughter is the clearest sign of their timelessness. Time touches everyone, leaving its subtle marks, but not in the same way. In some, laughter softens, muffled by years of caution, dimmed by the slow creep of routine. In Sagittarius, it grows bolder, freer, collecting moments like a map, gathers roads, each one adding to the joy rather than stealing from it. There's a spark of playfulness in their chuckle, a glint of mischief that says they're still open to life's surprises. But there's also warmth, an invitation to join them in seeing the world as a place of endless possibility. It's a quiet truth. When the heart stays hungry for adventure, laughter never loses its echo. And Sagittarius's heart was born to wander, to seek to find joy in the smallest detours and the grandest quests. Part of their magic lies in their trust in the journey, even when the path ahead is shrouded in mist. They don't cling to old maps or fear the blank spaces where no trail exists. They sense when it's time to shift direction, when a belief no longer serves, when a habit has become a rut, or when a chapter has run its course. This isn't reckless abandon, it's courage, the kind that dares to step into the open with no guarantees, trusting that the next horizon holds something worth finding. To Sagittarius, every new direction is a canvas for a bolder story, a chance to paint with the colors of experience. With each pivot, their inner world refreshes, shedding the weight of what no longer fits. In letting go, they make room for more sky, more possibility, more life. This is why they never feel tethered to the person they were a decade ago, a season ago, or even yesterday. They evolve without the drag of rigid expectations, moving forward with a lightness that defies the years. Challenges come. No journey is without its rough patches, but they don't settle as permanent burdens. They pass through like clouds on a windy day, leaving lessons sparking growth, then drifting away. What remains is a resilience that doesn't need to shout to be felt. It's in the way they carry themselves, unburdened by regrets, unhindered by the need to prove anything. This art of flowing forward keeps their energy vibrant, their perspective fresh, their essence forever expansive. Another layer of their charm lies in how they share the road. In a world that often rewards isolation, heads down, eyes on screens, Sagittarius builds bridges. They don't hoard their discoveries or guard their paths out of fear. They know not every traveler fits every mile, and sharing isn't about giving everything away, but about inviting others to glimpse the view. By choosing connections with care, they protect their own spark, saving their energy for the bonds that truly resonate. They're not distant in their independence. They're generous, offering stories, laughter, and moments that light up the space between souls. This generosity is the current that keeps their heart from stalling, the thread that weaves their experiences into a tapestry others can't help but admire. In this shared openness, they find space to recharge, to dream, to keep their inner landscape vast and inviting. Their allure isn't a performance, it's the natural result of living in alignment with what sets them free. Like a river with bends yet to be explored, they remain endlessly intriguing because there's always another turn to discover. In the quiet of their own rhythm, away from the clamor of demands, they nurture that current, keeping it alive and untouched by the storms of life. At the heart of it all pulses a vibrant force, the gift of their ruler, Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. This force is bold, but not reckless, guided by a quiet intention that channels it into exploration, connection, and growth. They know the difference between aimless wandering and purposeful strides toward horizons that matter. This vitality fuels their quests, the places they seek, the friendships they kindle, the dreams they chase with unrelenting hope. It propels them not just through space, but through becoming, through blooming into fuller versions of themselves. They greet each day not with the drag of routine, but with the subtle thrill of possibility, as if every sunrise whispers what's next to them. Life is never just another step. It's a fresh dawn, a new breeze, a new vista waiting to unfold. This hunger for discovery is one of the truest elixirs against fading. A soul that still seeks, that laughs with abandon, that connects with openness, that soul outruns the dimming that time tries to impose. The years pass, but they don't confine. Each one adds depth to their grace richness, to their laughter, and breadth to their horizons, without stealing the lift that keeps them soaring. They carry the stories of every road they've walked, every sky they've gazed upon, not as burdens, but as treasures, each one making them more, not less. Their timelessness also stems from their ability to find meaning in the smallest moments. A Sagittarius doesn't need grand adventures to feel alive, though they love those too. They find wonder in a stranger's smile, in the way the wind shifts through the trees, in a conversation that sparks a new idea. This ability to see the extraordinary in the ordinary keeps their spirit fresh, their curiosity unquenched. While others might overlook the fleeting beauty of a sunset or the quiet wisdom of a passing thought, Sagittarius pauses, absorbs, and lets it fuel their next step. They've learned that life's magic isn't always in the big moments, but in the way you meet the world with eyes open and heart ready. And they don't just live for themselves. Their joy is contagious, their optimism a gift they offer freely. They have a way of making those around them feel seen, as if their presence says, "Come, let's explore this together." It's not about leading or following, but about walking side by side, sharing the view. This connection, this ability to lift others without losing their own light, is what makes them magnetic. They remind us that life is a shared journey, and the best companions are those who help you see the stars even on cloudy nights. Their secret, too, lies in their refusal to let fear dictate the path. Where others might hesitate, Worried about what lies beyond the next hill, Sagittarius steps forward with trust, not because they're fearless, but because they've learned that fear is just a signpost, not a dead end. They've faced enough unknowns to know that each one carries a lesson, a story, a chance to grow. This courage to keep moving even when the way is unclear is what keeps their spirit young. It's not about ignoring the risks, but about choosing to see them as part of the adventure, as invitations to expand rather than contract. In the end, their agelessness comes down to this: they explore with their whole being, adapt with fearless grace, and cherish the flow within as their greatest treasure, because it is. They've discovered that youth isn't in standing still, in clinging to what's known, but in the willingness to keep moving, to say yes to the unknown, even when it whispers doubt. They understand that the spirit thrives when given room to breathe, and they grant it daily with curiosity that never wanes, with optimism that never falters, with an openness that invites life in, and with a delight that turns every moment into a discovery. If you linger near them long enough, you'll feel it. That gentle, uplifting current, like a breeze that nudges you toward your own horizons. That spark that doesn't demand, but effortlessly holds your gaze. That sense of being in the presence of someone whose world is wide enough to include you. It's a flow that can't be caged, can't be copied, can't be stilled by time. When the current runs deep, the spirit never settles. And for those who ride at age, will never bind them. They are and always will be unbound. So what's your next horizon? Take a moment today to step outside, feel the breeze, and ask yourself, what adventure is calling me? It might be a walk in a new place, a dream you've tucked away, or a conversation waiting to spark. Sagittarius reminds us that the journey never ends, and neither does the youth of a heart that dares to chase it.